guys, and welcome back. Weekly prediction, and we start with the S&P. Let's try do a quick recap what's of what was the prediction. Um, I was biased to the downside, and we got red wick. This is an inside candle, which don't give us much a clue. So we need to figure out, let's go back to the monthly, all right? And could we see the moving down for the 430? I know many expect the price action to hit this support level and to test it. But so far, the month is in progression, so we don't have any close yet. We need to wait for the, I think, next week, the expiration. So in the weekly, if we, you know what, let's do it more correctly. If we draw a trend line there, you can see it cross. So sometimes there is this reaction and then moving to the downside. So we might see a retest and then moving to the downside. So we have to see if it's gonna be it. Let's move for the daily. I know the daily. I know people saw some head and shoulder. This is the shoulders, head, a little bit higher shoulder. Many expect it to cross below for the breakdown. I don't see it yet, and I don't trade those pattern because anyone can see anything. This is a reverse cup and handle maybe. I don't know, a lot of stuff. At the moment, momentum is still positive. There is no volume in the upper move, and you can see the sellers at the end of the session. Let's move for the 4-hour chart, and then you can see it. This could be some sort of bear flag and then a break. This one scenario. Um, mm, 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 But we have a divergence for, because you can see it here. This is making a lower low. This is higher low. So could be another retest of the 460, 455. My zone for a positive is the 455, so it can come here. This is a sideways move for me, nothing else. It didn't cross the 50, so we need to wait. We don't have any sign yet for it want to break to the upside. I could see this candle, a bullish one, and probably a test for accumulation and then break for the upside. This one scenario, and if we check the 1-hour chart, let's see what we have there. We have the down momentum. This is the break. Usually I would love it to come for the 440 and then move for the upside. Let me check my algo and see if it gives us anything else. At the moment, I would love it to reach for the 444, 442, even 440. You know what? Not 440. Yeah, 442. And then moving for the upside in order to be positive. Sorry, in order to be positive, it's need to close above the 447.50 and close above it, not just touch it. A little bit positive because of this move. I know there was no volume in this move and bigger volume for the downside, but if there was a bigger volume, why didn't break and fail? So buyers are in control there. check some trend. No, you could see it here, didn't break. So still seem positive. Let me see, check something. This one I don't like. You could see it here. This is a short continuation. This one is a short continuation. The gap here didn't close. So 440 is a nice area. And probably I want to see it break below the 50 and then moving down. So I don't know yet which is stronger, the break for the upside or still bringing more buyers. And I would love to bring more buyers for the break for the upside. Mm, and it seems that I would be biased for the downside, guys. Let me see something. Sorry. Where is this one? I tend to go for the move for the downside. 441 could be interesting. 440 even though it's on Friday touch a key level of support and bound from it, which was good. I could see it breaking down for the 440. So I have not yet have the full confirmation, and I didn't like the end of the session. You could see it here. I didn't like this move, and with a bigger volume, you can see here the buyers came in yet again. Let me check. Momentum is positive. There is the divergence. It didn't finish. What I don't like about divergence, it doesn't give you a tell if it's going to be a big move or a small move. So you could see a little spike and it could go higher and then it could break. And this will go higher and the price action will try to move sideways and then it will fall. So I think should be very careful. I think the cues will give us more clues. So let's move for it. Let's move for the cues. Again, let's check it on the monthly, see how it goes. Nothing much. Weekly, inside candle, nothing much. But could see it moving for the downside. Starting to form a divergence. You can see it here. This is 62.30. This is 60. So this is what I'm talking about. It's give this continuation. I don't like this move, and it could be some weak move and then moving for the downside, and then it creates a nice move for the upside. So if we draw a Fibonacci extension, I would love to see and hit the 336, 335 area, and then started to talk about the move for the upside. So far, it didn't give us yet. And this is the weekly. Let's move for the daily. With the daily, same goes, same pattern. This is what I don't like. This is, you can see the short continuation. And this is the main reason why I'm biased for the downside to the 340. If we go for the 1 hour chart, no, what 4 hour chart first. Let's see how it looks. This is the trend for the upside. This is a break of the trend, and this is an attempt to resume it, and I'm biased to the downside, guys. So yes, Yes, the Qs, I think it will be the leading, but with the Qs, I want to see the break below the 371. Want it to break the 371. If it will happen uh, here, I want it to close below this line, 370, 371. If it closes below, it will attempt to move lower to the 364 area, retest it, and if it break, it could reach to the 353, and this will be not good. This will be a continuation for the downside. So let's move for Tesla. Tesla, I don't know. I think this is a distribution. You could see the sellers are controlling low, 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 and the buyers trying to hold, and this is not a good sign. It seems that it want to break, and my end zone is the 190 for the downside. Same goes there at the 1 hour chart. You could look at it on the daily. You won't see any new pattern. It seems like a bear flag, people like to call it here. This is the flag. So if it breaks the 340, moving for the downside, nothing much. If we look at it on the 1 hour chart, let's see if we have something unique. On the smaller time frame, you can see it here, moving a little bit for the upside. So yeah, give us indication for both ways. So we have to be very careful at the beginning of the session, because if it's open with a gap down here, it will immediately fall. And sorry, and there we have, I don't know, guys, it's very weird. This one is 2260, this is 2190. The move to the upside has no power. Volume is a little bit okay, but sideways. So where is the continuation? Um, interesting. Interesting with Tesla. So far with Tesla, I'm biased to the downside. Um, at least for the area of 245.80. And if it reaches to the 240, it won't stop there. It will reach to the 238. This line, this will be the stop. Retest it, and next target 222 area here. Maybe even you can see there is maybe try to close the gap there. I think it's closed in some ways almost. So it seems that I'm biased for the downside, but there is some small indication of buyer hitting and try to move the market for the upside and make lots of people foolish. And it could be so. It could be a spike to the upside and then continuation for the downside. So be very careful. Tesla, let me see. Yeah, it's finished red, but it still came up positive. See what I mean? It started positive, but it finished red, and maybe it will try to bring more buyers again for the break. It wants to break and reach to the 251.60 maybe. This is a very smaller time frame. Even, you know what? I don't think if it will move up, it won't stop at the 252. It will break the 260 even. It will break it. So at the opening, I won't do any order. I will wait to see where is the gap on the pre-market, what those decision made. If it will be gap down, immediately fall for the downside. If it will be no gap or a little bit sideways move, I will wait to see if I'm gonna see a red candle at the opening. Could be very tricky. A lots of resistance from above, and this is the reason why I'm still biased for the downside. Apple. Apple was a perfect prediction and execute. We saw a small push for the upside, retest the 190, and then immediately fall for the downside. See how a huge gap move and buyers came immediately from the 174 area. You could see it here, and this is make me biased for the upside because this move, the buyers came. Um, could be interesting. Will the move for small move for Apple for the upside in Tesla, and let's see later Nvidia will move the market for the upside. Here you could see it, there is no divergence and start to be negative. Face down momentum, which not that good. This is a big volume. You could see it here, big volume. So imagine what happened if Apple break the 173.50. And lots of stop losses, guys, will hit, and we could see the 150 again, but not yet. So far, I'm still biased to the downside. This is, let's say, if we take the Fibonacci extension from there, this is a free drawing. You see it hit 61, next target 164, and so on. This is with Apple, Nvidia. I know people looking for it. I know I'm looking for the closing of the gap. Let's look at it on the daily. This is the gap I'm waiting to close, the 308, 306. And so far, this is some sort of Wyckoff distribution. And let's check it. This is 89.40. This is 88.60. So reversal. And we have the reversal, but we don't have any sign yet for the break. Yes, some buys for the downside because I think momentum for the downside with the market will push Nvidia, and you can see it here, some sort of divergence. This is moving down and this is moving up. This is a weakness, and if it break the 449, 450, yes, we're gonna close the gap here. Definitely. Could be very interesting. Do we have divergence for the upside? Let me check. This is 940, 930. So this is low, 44880. I don't know. Interesting. Don't like it. This is on the edge. Sorry guys. So probably try to touch the 450 and bounce, and also the 50, 250 and bounce from it and test it. We have to wait. We're so close to it. If we check the 1 hour, you can see it here. I think this is an attempt to catch a lot of buyers in and trying to make a big move for the downside. So if this is a move of, let's say, 5, 10, about 60 bucks. So 60 bucks from this place, 450. It's about 390. So this is the 400, 390. Could be very interesting to see it. And I think this is the move. People waiting. We still don't have a break, clear break. It could take some time to form. Maybe a little bit push to the downside, move for the upside, bring the sellers, and then break. At the moment, I'm biased for the downside mainly because of the gap, the big gap here. I don't think it will leave it like this. I know there is a 200 there. It could take some time, I know, but eventually it will close. And all right, let's move for MRNA. mRNA. Nice prediction for the move for the short continuation for the downside, leaving on support. Didn't touch it yet. Momentum is negative. Continuation for the downside. Meta sideways move. Big wicks form above, so sellers in control, momentum. So indecision yet. You can see it here. I will wait. Could be a bear flag. This is the break bias to the downside. Even if it move for the upside, I will be very careful because there is a lot of resistance and it could create a divergence for the downside. So be very careful. If we look at it hourly for the short time frame, let's see what we have. This is a big frightening candle. You can see the red candles are much bigger than the green candle, and this is a big sellers candle. You can see the big volume, so sellers in control. I will wait for a break and to join them if I want to join. Let's check again. Yeah. BA. BA wasn't that good. I didn't like the big sideways move so long, but it break for the downside, break below the 212 and push leader down. So I think it will continue to the 208. Momentum is negative. We have something here. This is 188. Yeah, it could push a little bit lower than, you know what? Again, let me check 188. Yeah, it could push a little bit lower. See which big move. So cup, reverse cup and handle. So potential. This is 240. This is 210. 30 bucks from here. 180. I don't know, guys. This is why I don't like pattern. I don't like it. Let me check. This is didn't quite make I don't know, clear pattern. What I can see there, this is it. So maybe to wait to break it for the upside. I will not join for the upside move, not yet. Even though I see some volume there, but do we have any gaps left? I don't know if you can call it a gap. Let's move for the daily, maybe we see it more clearly. So it closed some gaps there. No gap, no gap. I don't see any gap there. Only here, 190. Could be interesting to see it on the 190 closing some gaps. And also it's a nice support area moving for the downside. Could be interesting. But I will not join BA. You can see nice sellers action. Lots of people like this move. What we have, this is a nice, I didn't firm yet, but it could be a nice move for the upside if we will see some green candles forming up. Could be very interesting. So move for the gold. Gold move for the downside, small one, nothing much clear yet. This is the daily. Alright, sorry guys, so the kit came. Gold seems that if it finds the support here, it will move for the upside, but I want to see confirmation above the 179, closed above it. Could be very interesting, but this could be a short move for the upside, so have to be very careful. Gold seems to be strong, which means that the SPY will be weak. Let's check the silver, because I think silver is the real deal here. So move for the downside. This is a key 21. This is a key support area. Could say that also that to 2050. Let's check it here. Um, so didn't touch, trying. So if we see a move for the upside, we don't see it yet, and I want to see a move again above the 20. It could be give us a sign for the move again for the 22, even the 23 for the silver also. Let's move for the oil, which move high, I think. This is the second week, yes. Break the 66, which was nice. Move a little bit down, I think the next target 68, why not? And yeah, there is a continuation. Yeah, let's check it on the daily and see how it looks. Yeah, yeah, oil is very strong at the moment. Could even try to reach there, 68. Even try to reach to the 75, 70. This is the area, 72, 75 area. You could try to make something like this. See, touched next target, this 70. Could be very interesting. IWM. All right, IWM, the daily move for the downside. I need to see more confirmation below the 181.50 break. So far doesn't give us much. You could say like with something like this, even something here for the 181, even 175 could be very interesting. And this is the main reason why I'm looking at it, because I'm biased for the downside. But I could get wrong, because if it fell, it will fail drastically and it won't be good. I don't like the fact that even though we have divergence for the upside, the move for the upside was a very weak one and with no volume. So let's sum it up, guys. SPY, Qs. Qs is the leading. We'll watch it more closely. It seems that it's a little bit weak. The move for the upside, you can see there is lower volume. Started to make some sort of short continuation. I know the buyer is trying to hold it. Some stocks seems to have a small move for the upside, and if the Tesla, Apple will move to the upside, also with Nvidia, it can push the market, but this move won't be very strong, I think. And then the sellers will come and resell again at a much higher price with smaller stop losses, and can give the sellers much advantage in this market. And I think everybody is looking and waiting for the third week of option expiration. I don't think this is the week. No, this is this. Let me check something. Yeah, this is the second week. So yeah. So I think this is on the 22, I think. Could be very interesting to see what the market will do. At the moment, at the open, I will wait a little bit. I'll watch the gaps and see the movement, and then decide how to react to it. So this is it, guys. Hope you like it. And guys, good luck. Happy New Year. And take it slow and easy and enjoy it. Bye bye.